Hey everybody, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel, oh yes, to provide light and love. How you all doing out there? Almost Christmas, wherever you are. Have you been naughty or nice? Is the question. Oh, how I wonder. Some of you all. In the words of Darren Fleet. No, that's for clock that T. Anyway, I'm on my way out to have a lunch with a friend. We've been trying to go out for 2 years. We kept saying, we gonna go out, we gonna go out. We used to work together, so I'm so excited to sit and have a cocktail and some appetizers with her for a happy hour. And she is a fellow Virgo, so this should be a lot of fun. Good people, good people. Okay, I want to talk about you owe it to yourself, and only you can fill in that blank of what you owe it to yourself would mean for you. Before I go any further, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let's talk this thing on out. You owe it to yourself to start that business. You know you absolutely hate your job, but you got to make that money. I get it, you all. I was paying a couple of bills today, and I was trying to think of a better way at times to just get rid of some of this stuff. And I know with the price of inflation, how high inflation is, and some people saying they can't find jobs, it's a bit of a rougher time. But you owe it to yourself to try to start a side hustle. If you have to keep your full-time job, which many of us do, start that side hustle now. 2026, what better time to start than the top of the year? You are inspired, some of us, you are motivated, and you want a different way. So give it a try. And that's one of the best things you can do, because that way, even if it doesn't work, you still have your job. If it does work, that's more income. And I feel like when a business doesn't work, it still works because you learn the ins and out of that business, and you learn how to start it up and how the expenses go. It's a great learning tool. What a hard lesson to learn when something doesn't work. But isn't that life? In the words of Mickey Howard, experience is a teacher. Fellow Chicagoan, that's how she says it. And it is. Experience is a teacher. I know sometimes parents try to stop their teen kids, which I would too, and their adult kids from making mistakes. But when we think back, isn't that the mistake that we did? And I know we want to stop them where they don't have to go through what we've been through. But a lot of times the heartbreak, the losing the money, making a bad purchase, getting a bad grade, and turning that thing around is what made you bigger, better, stronger, later, greater. So you can't always shield your loved ones from disaster. Sometimes they have to learn on their own. You could talk to somebody until you're blue in the face. They are going to do what the heck they want to do. You owe it to yourself to stop being desperate for a relationship. I hear this more and more where the women are becoming more desperate, and they feel like they got to take the bull by the horn and take over the whole process. Oh, I'm just going to go step to him. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to make this happen. Oh, I know he's married. That's okay. And it gets even dirtier. I always give you clean versions on this channel. It's some women, they'll know the wife, or they'll be looking at the girlfriend or fiance in the face, and they think it's really cute that they're sleeping with their man on the side. And so at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with that lady. I don't care what he told you. The lady could be what he said, not supportive, you know what, a B, nags, jealous, stalker. She could be, and all that's bad. But you being with him is not making it any better. Like I was told many moons ago, they need to finish up what they were doing with that person and then come to you when they're available. But when your standards are low, how low can you go? Low to the floor. Then you don't care. You think your team winning by grabbing somebody else's guy when it makes you look bad. Everything you do, it come back on you. Karma is a real thing. So we have to be careful of the things we do. I get it. It's Christmas time. Your girl over here. I'm single just like you. And some days ready to mingle and some days not. But I'm not going to go and do something that's going to be detrimental to me later. Nothing worse than having somebody else's guy. I be having so many songs. That's a song too. You have somebody else's guy and then Christmas time come. You ain't got to see him because he's got a wife and kids and a family. So you owe it to yourself to raise your standards. And when you don't think enough of yourself, you feeling low or low self-esteem, and I'm not making fun of you, that is when you do the therapy and tell the truth, for crying out loud. I'm tired of y'all blaming me for everything. That therapist didn't help me. That therapist. And I mess up. I mess up sometimes. I'm no perfect therapist. I'll admit it. But it would be constructive if the clients would tell you. And so if you do go to therapy and you don't connect with the person, just let them know, give them a little heads up. Like, you know what, this kind of not working. And I can't really talk about what people tell me, but I have been told that they were looking for something different or they need a little more. Absolutely eat that thing up. I love it. And then I provide them exactly what they need. And I don't know why I'm not being told anyway, because after the sessions, I'll say, does this format work for you? Is there anything additional I can provide? So pretty much I'm giving you the open floor to say what you need to say. But we know part of being in therapy, I'm in therapy, you all know, and it's learning different communication styles or being able to communicate better. So we all are a work in progress, but you ain't working it out when you with somebody else's guy. Same for you guys. You know that lady is taken and you all up in her face. And you men, how you all do stuff is kind of bogus too. I know a friend of a friend that she went to a conference. She's a pretty lady in IT, successful, and so this guy's at the conference, good looking guy, and she said something about, oh, are you married? Because I think she must have saw his ring, but I think he was trying to talk to her. He said, would that be a problem? And she said, absolutely. And it's like, come on you all, do better for yourself. It's just low budget all the way around. And so recently I was at an event, and so friend of a friend, lady, she's like, are you in a situationship? I was like, absolutely not. And so basically, long story short, her nephew was trying to talk to me, much younger guy, but yeah, it was a hard no. And I'm not going to tear the guy down on camera. That's not my style. Wasn't my type. But then really the I don't even know the guy. Long story short, too young. But the bigger part for me, we had an attire we had to wear. He wasn't even dressed. And she says semi-formal. Dude had on a baseball cap and like no color to match what we were supposed to wear, and it wasn't a hard color. It was like black and silver. I just was like not even paying attention. I wasn't even on my radar. That's one thing, but he didn't even look the part. So you owe it to yourself, guys, as well as our ladies, to look the part. If you're going to step to somebody, for me, it's not even about nobody else. It's about me. When you step out the house, always look your best. That's what I'm trying to say. You owe it to yourself, because even when you don't like comb your hair, even when you don't wash your face, and don't think I'm trying to crack jokes on people. Some people don't really take out time for hygiene. Not talking about people who are depressed. I always put that out there. You got to take care of yourself. You owe it to yourself to put your best foot forward, because that lifts your mood. Even me today, I'm going out with my friend. I'm really looking forward to it. But I was exhausted, and it's not from lack of sleep. It's gray, it's winter, it's Christmas time, it's a busy time, and I just felt a little low on energy, a little tired. But I had to, get in the shower and pump myself up, and now I don't even feel tired anymore. So you owe it to yourself to do that self-care, which is meditation. I always want to say medication. Some people, they do have to use medication for self-care. Meditation, journaling. For me, I get a massage once or twice a week. I spend a lot of money on self-care. But I feel like I have to, because of the feel where I'm taking in. And some days, if you don't feel good yourself physically, if you are stressed out yourself, if you are sad or down, as a therapist, I still have to get on camera or go in that office and try to help someone. And sometimes I can admit it could be challenging when you're not 100% yourself. So I'm just trying to say, long story short, short story long, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to have boundaries. You owe it to yourself to say, no, absolutely not. No, that's not a good idea. No, I don't want to do that. Absolutely not. And that's for friends, for family, for coworkers. It don't matter. You don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. That's it, that's all. You owe that to yourself. You owe it to yourself to take your days off. You owe it to yourself to go on vacation. I wouldn't care if it's local. I live in Illinois. If it's going to Wisconsin Dells, I owe that to myself. I owe it to myself to sit on my couch and do nothing. I owe it to myself. And if you don't put yourself first, it's hard for other people to respect you. When they know they can bulldoze you, when they know that she don't even care about herself, he don't even care about himself. People hone in on that and they take advantage of that, even in corporate, even in the business world. Oh, she don't have boundaries. She don't even know how to work 8 hours. She want to work 12. She don't have no boundaries. Oh, we're going to put more work on her. People will not respect you. Trust and believe what I am saying. So no is a powerful word, one of the shortest words, but it's so powerful. And use 2026, if you are single or looking for a new job or whatever, use it to build yourself up emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically. Build yourself up. My guy that does my eyelashes, going on 4 years, I told David, I always say, how's your business? Because we both are entrepreneurs. And he'll say, it's a little slower in the winter. And I was like, oh, man. He said, no, I exercise. He said, when my business is slow, I build up my body because I know by spring and summer it's weddings and proms and a lot of events. And I know I'm going to be busy. And that's smart thinking. So build up yourself while you're in between things. And I know for those that want relationships, you feel sad. And it's the holidays, so I'm not going to go hard on that. It is hard. It is hard around the holidays. But sometimes it's a chance for you to reinvent your life, for you to do your exercises, for you to do your get your degree. That in between time, it could be a blessing, because once you are married, once you are booed up, and once you have somebody, you're no longer going to be able to do some of those hobbies that you want to do. I'm not saying you got to change your whole life when you're in a relationship, but you do have to be selfless at times. We do have to share time with our partner. I think one of the mistakes is people want to get married or they want to have a relationship, but they want to be single. They still want to run around with the friends all day, and they don't want to sacrifice. Relationships are sacrifice. Being married is a sacrifice. So bloom where you are. Be happy with where you are. But if you desire your own business or a better body or a new relationship, or just to be a stronger, and when I say stronger, mentally strong, or maybe physically, you got to do the work, you all. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to come to you, but you got to go get it. And you owe it to yourself to go and get that life you deserve. On that note, I must go and get my appetizers on. And drop me comments. Let me know what you think. And I will be talking with you all soon. Tammy Sharice Walker, owner of Dreams Are Reality. Always thank you all for watching. Always. Bye-bye.